The first thing you notice about Mia's apartment is the overwhelming scent of perfume and freshly brewed coffee, a combination that somehow makes the space feel simultaneously luxurious and lived in. It's cozy, modern, and meticulously clean, every surface polished, every cushion perfectly fluffed. Alex, shouldn't feel out of place here, but I do. Not just because I'm a guy in a world that seems designed for someone else, but because I'm about to step into a reality I never expected. I've always been curious about crossdressing. It started as a quiet fascination, a curiosity sparked by late-night internet searches and fashion magazines I hid under my bed. Sometimes, I'd try on a dress when no one was around, feeling the silky fabric against my skin, the strange thrill of seeing myself in the mirror as someone entirely different. It was private, forbidden, and intoxicating. But this was different. This was Mia. Mia, my girlfriend's best friend, had always been blunt and decisive. She didn't ask questions, she gave commands and expected obedience. So when she called me one Friday evening, saying she needed a shopping buddy for her weekend spree, I had no idea it would lead to a full-blown transformation. "Alex," she said, her tone playful but firm, "I need someone to help me pick outfits, give opinions, and, frankly, look cute doing it. You're perfect for this." Perfect? I had no idea what she meant. Was this a joke? Or some kind of test? I hesitated, trying to laugh it off. "Mia, I don't think I..." "No excuses. You're coming. Trust me, you'll enjoy it. Or at least, you'll look like you do." Her confidence was magnetic. Before I knew it, I was agreeing. Saturday arrived, and with it, a strange mixture of excitement and dread. Mia's car was sleek and black, the kind of car that demanded attention. She greeted me at the door with a grin that made my stomach flip. "You ready?" she asked, holding a shopping tote like a battle flag. I nodded, feeling the weight of what was about to happen. The mall was buzzing with weekend shoppers, the air thick with chatter and music. Mia navigated through the crowd like a predator on a mission, dragging me along in her wake. And that's when I noticed it, the first pair of heels she picked out for me, delicate and strappy, almost laughably high. "They'll make you look fabulous," she said, slipping them onto my feet before I could protest. Fabulous. I had never thought of myself that way. Not in front of anyone, certainly not in front of Mia. I'm Alex. By day, I work at a local cafe, slinging coffee and trying to keep my life ordinary. But there's a part of me that craves something else, a freedom I can't fully explain. Dressing up, experimenting with makeup, exploring a side of myself that's softer, more fluid, has always been private. Mia's challenge forced that hidden part into the open. It wasn't just the heels or the dress. It was the way my reflection changed. The soft sway of my hips, the curve of my shoulders, the way my hair framed my face. Each element combined to form someone new, someone Mia found amusingly perfect for her shopping adventures. I wanted to resist. But as Mia guided me through the first store, commenting on how certain dresses made my eyes pop or how a skirt hugged my hips just right, I felt a thrill I couldn't deny. Mia and I had known each other for years through Emma, my girlfriend. I trusted her, or at least I thought I did. But Mia had always been playful, mischievous, with a flair for pushing boundaries. She noticed the way I hesitated, the nervous twitch in my fingers when she complimented me. And she exploited it mercilessly. "You're adorable," she said suddenly, tilting my chin up with a delicate finger. "You could get used to this, couldn't you?" I swallowed hard. Could I? The thought was intoxicating and terrifying. Emma's face flashed in my mind. What would she think if she saw me like this? Would she laugh? Be angry? Or would she somehow understand? I pushed the thought aside. This was Mia's world, and I was stepping into it on her terms. By the time we left the first boutique, my feet were sore, my face flushed, and my heart racing. The thrill of being dressed up in public, even partially hidden beneath a cardigan Mia insisted I wear, was overwhelming. People glanced, some smiled, some stared, but Mia laughed it off, treating the attention like a game. And I realized, this wasn't just shopping. It was a test. A way for Mia to see how far I'd go, how much I'd change for her amusement. The mall's fluorescent lights reflected off the glossy floors, and I caught a glimpse of myself in a display window. I barely recognized the person staring back. My eyes were wider, my posture straighter, and my lips faintly tinted pink. The transformation was no longer just physical, it was creeping into my mind, reshaping how I felt about myself. Back at Mia's apartment, she handed me a pile of outfits. Dresses, skirts, blouses, each more daring than the last. "Try them on," she ordered, her eyes gleaming. "We're not going subtle today." My hands trembled as I took the first dress, feeling the soft fabric slide through my fingers. Part of me wanted to back away, to claim exhaustion or illness, anything to escape the situation. But another part, Elena, the version of me Mia was coaxing out, thrilled at the chance to explore. The transformation wasn't just clothes. Mia showed me how to apply foundation, contour my cheekbones, and highlight my eyes. She was patient, but every compliment pushed me further. "See? You're beautiful. Why hide it?" I felt exposed, yet a strange power surged through me. Each brushstroke of makeup, each zipper pulled tight, each heel fastened firmly to my feet, blurred the lines between Alex and the persona Mia demanded I become. We ventured to the next door, and I realized the stakes were higher than I thought. The heels pinched my feet, the dress hugged my waist, and every glance from strangers felt like a spotlight. "Walk like you own it," Mia coached. "Confidence is key. You're not just shopping, you're performing." I stumbled at first, awkwardly shifting my weight, hyper-aware of every step. But gradually my movements smoothed. My reflection in shop windows showed a confident, feminine figure staring back. The thrill of being seen, of passing unnoticed, yet judged by a society that expected one thing and received another, sent adrenaline racing through me. As the hours passed, shame and excitement warred inside me. Part of me craved Emma's approval, feared her reaction, feared being caught. But another part, Elena, was alive, basking in the new attention and the freedom of expression. Every compliment Mia threw my way, every flirtatious glance I imagined from strangers, made me more aware of the duality I was living. I had to control it, keep it secret, but the desire to let go surged stronger with each passing moment. At the next door, Mia tossed me a short, sparkling dress. "Perfect for the party tonight," she said. "Try it on." I froze. Party? I hadn't agreed to any social event. The thought of entering a room full of strangers in this new persona terrified me. Mia noticed my hesitation. "You're overthinking." "I promise, no one will guess it's you. And besides, this is about fun and about trust." "Do you trust me?" The word trust cut deeper than I expected. Could I trust her? Could I trust myself to maintain the secret? By mid-afternoon, fatigue set in. My feet ached, my back ached, and the dress began to feel suffocating. Then, a friend of AVA's walked past, nearly recognizing me. My pulse skyrocketed. Mia grabbed my hand, pulling me behind a clothing rack. "Breathe. You're doing amazing." I nodded, heart hammering. The danger was real. Any slip could reveal everything. But strangely, the fear made me feel alive, heightening the thrill. By the time we reached the final boutique, I had fully embraced Elena's persona. My steps were confident, my laughter came naturally, and my reflection no longer frightened me. Mia picked out the final outfit, a short, elegant cocktail dress that shimmered under the lights. She twirled me in front of the mirror. "Look at you. You're my new girlfriend already." The words hit me like a bolt. New girlfriend? The line between playful fantasy and reality blurred. My pulse raced, adrenaline mixing with fear. Could I really live this lie in front of everyone, even AVA? Mia didn't leave room for hesitation. She scheduled a dinner party that evening, insisting I attend as her shopping buddy, dressed completely as Elena. Every moment I spent in public as her, every step in heels, every compliment from strangers, made the eventual reveal inevitable. The tension was building. Would AVA discover the truth tonight? Could I maintain the illusion? Or would I be exposed to the world? The line between Alex and Elena was vanishing.
And Mia?
She smiled, knowing exactly what she was doing. That evening, Mia whisked me to the upscale restaurant, my heels clicking against the marble floor. The dress hugged every curve, makeup flawless, hair curled to perfection. The valet opened the door for us, and my stomach flipped. I wasn't just Elena in the mirror anymore. I was Elena in the world. "Relax," Mia whispered, slipping her hand into mine. "Everyone here will think you're just my girlfriend. You'll be fine." Her confidence only heightened my fear. Fine? How could I be fine when AVA might see me at any moment? Or worse, someone else might notice the slip. Inside, the restaurant was crowded, laughter and clinking glasses filling the air. I felt eyes on me, whispers brushing past like fingers. My palms were sweaty. Every step felt like walking a tightrope. Halfway through dinner, a friend of AVA's turned toward our table. Their gaze lingered on me a second too long. My stomach dropped. Mia noticed my panic and whispered, "Just smile. That's all you have to do." I did, teeth clenched, heart racing. The tension was suffocating. Every bite of food felt like a test, every laugh a rehearsal for perfection. By this point, I was fully Elena. I could feel it in my stance, my gestures, the sway of my hips. The persona wasn't just a mask anymore. It was a part of me. But the thrill came with a cost. Each compliment, each admiring glance made me acutely aware of how precarious this secret was. One misstep, one fall of a heel, one smudge of lipstick, and the illusion would crumble. I shifted in my seat, tugging at the hem of the dress, trying to steady my nerves. My hands were clammy, my chest tight, yet beneath it all, there was an undeniable rush, a delicious fear that coursed through me. Mia leaned across the table, whispering instructions. "Lean this way, laugh here, touch your hair like this." Her eyes glimmered with amusement and dominance. I realized she wasn't just guiding me, she was shaping me. Every move, every reaction, was choreographed to perfection. And I followed, because somewhere deep inside, part of me craved it. The control, the thrill, the transformation, it was intoxicating. Just as I relaxed slightly, the restaurant door opened, and AVA walked in. My breath caught. She scanned the room, her eyes locking on me. For a moment, time stopped. Every heartbeat was loud, every breath shallow. I could feel the mask of Elena slipping, my identity teetering on the edge. Mia's hand squeezed mine under the table, a silent warning. "Don't panic."
AVA's gaze held mine.
Shock, confusion, and a spark of hurt flickered across her face. I smiled, forcing calm, but inside, chaos reigned. During dessert, my heel caught on the chair leg. I stumbled, catching myself just in time, but the act drew attention. A waiter raised an eyebrow. AVA's eyes widened. It was a fragile moment, a metaphor for my dual life. Just one slip, and everything would fall apart. The symbolic fragility of my posture mirrored the precariousness of keeping my secret, of balancing Alex and Elena. As dinner ended, AVA approached. Her voice was quiet but sharp. "Alex or Elena, I don't know who you are anymore." My heart froze. Every carefully maintained boundary collapsed. Mia's teasing smirk and guiding hands were gone. I was alone with the consequences. I tried to speak, to explain, to regain control. But the words tangled in my throat. The world felt impossibly large, and the room felt impossibly small. Back in Mia's car, I sat trembling. The heels felt heavier than ever, the dress tighter. Mia laughed softly beside me. "You did well tonight. Better than I expected." I wanted to scream, to cry, to confess everything. But the adrenaline, the fear, the thrill, they all tangled into one overwhelming emotion. AVA's gaze haunted me. The question of identity, of trust, of desire, lingered like a shadow. How far would I go to maintain Elena? How far would Mia push me? The night ended not with resolution, but with a tension so thick it pressed against my chest. Every step forward was a risk. Every glance backward could expose me. As I stepped into the apartment, Mia leaned close, whispering, Tomorrow we go shopping again. And this time it's a date. Just you and me. The words sent shivers down my spine.
Date. Not shopping.
Not casual.
A date.
The stakes had escalated, and my world as Alex, or Elena, was about to spiral even further. The elevator doors closed behind us, cutting off the noisy city outside. I leaned against the wall, my legs trembling in the heels. Mia insisted I keep on until we reached her apartment. Every step echoed in my chest, every heartbeat a deafening drum. Mia glanced at me with a mischievous grin. You did so well tonight. Honestly, I didn't think you had it in you. I wanted to protest, to tell her this wasn't me, that I was just Alex pretending, but the words stuck in my throat. I couldn't argue. Not with Mia, not with Elena staring back at me from the mirror in her reflection, not with the intoxicating thrill of the persona I had become. Her hand brushed mine. Tomorrow we go shopping again. Just the two of us. The words felt heavier than the heels on my feet. A shopping date. Alone. No safety net.
No AVA.
No excuse. I sank onto the couch, feeling the dress cling to me like a second skin. My reflection caught my eye in the polished glass table. The person staring back wasn't entirely Alex, not entirely Elena. Somewhere in between, my identity trembled, caught on the razor's edge of fear and excitement. AVA's face flashed in my mind. How would she react if she saw me now? Would she laugh? Yell? Walk away forever? The thought twisted inside me, nodding with the lingering adrenaline from the evening. Mia watched silently, sensing my inner turmoil. Relax, she said. It's fun, isn't it? You can let go. Just a little. A little. That phrase lodged itself in my chest. How much was too much? How far would I allow this to go before I lost control completely? Suddenly, the doorbell rang. My heart jumped. I'll get it, Mia said, slipping past me with effortless grace. I froze, sweat prickling my forehead. Who could it be at this hour? Another friend? Ava? Someone who could expose me? Mia opened the door, and I caught a glimpse of a figure in the hallway. My stomach lurched. It was AVA. Her eyes scanned the apartment, landing on me.
Shock.
Confusion. And something darker. Suspicion. Hurt. Betrayal. Mia, what's going on? She asked, voice low. Mia smiled innocently. Just a little shopping prep, you know how it is. But AVA's gaze didn't leave me. Her eyes narrowed, and my chest tightened. Every step I might take, every breath I drew, felt like it could betray me. I stood frozen, heels pinching, the dress snug against my body, hands trembling. For the first time, I realized how fragile this persona really was. Elena was powerful, confident, alluring, but one slip, one misstep, and it would shatter completely. A strand of hair fell from my styled wig. My fingers twitched, reaching to tuck it back, but I froze. AVA had already noticed. Her eyes flicked to it, then back to me. The mirror behind me reflected my dual selves, Alex and Elena, locked in a silent battle. The reflection felt like a warning. One move could expose everything. AVA stepped closer, voice barely a whisper. Alex or Elena, I don't know who you are anymore. The words hit harder than any physical blow. My lips parted, desperate to explain, to defend myself, to beg her to understand, but nothing came out. Mia, sensing the tension, leaned toward me. Relax. Everything's fine. You're doing great. But the weight of AVA's gaze pressed down like a vice. She was here. She knew something was wrong. And now, the stakes had escalated beyond my control. Mia turned to me, eyes glinting with mischief and dominance. Tomorrow, she whispered, you're coming shopping with me. And this time it's a date. Just you and me. No distractions. I froze.
Date.
Not casual. Not playful.
A date.
The heels on my feet felt heavier than ever. My hands shook. My heart pounded so violently it felt like it might burst from my chest. AVA's eyes didn't leave mine, filled with a mixture of hurt, suspicion, and something I couldn't name. And in that moment, I knew my world, my identity, Everything I thought I controlled was teetering on the edge of collapse. Mia's hand brushed mine again, lighter this time, almost playful. Don't worry. You'll enjoy it. Or at least look like you do. And as the apartment door closed behind AVA, leaving me caught between two worlds, my old life and this new, exhilarating, terrifying persona, I realized there was no turning back. The night ended with silence, with fear, with anticipation. And the question burned in my mind,